kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Well, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On the option. He'll toss it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Now on third down after that run. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So they couldn't get it done on third down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Tyson. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? A design run for the quarterback. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Big fullback's got it. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll go to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So no dice on 3rd down, and they'll punt it away on 4th. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 39-yard line. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Right back to him on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Now on the option. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on 1st down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On the option. Now the toss. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The option look. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high, high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. On the run, it's Strickland. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Tyson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Using his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unleashes to the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll keep it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll run the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Sets up the screen. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Give to the big fullback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. On the option. Quick toss. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. On the option. He'll pitch it. Nice move to keep running. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Trying to impose their will with the run. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. They booted away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They go to the counter. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Get it out on the screen. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The option look. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the run. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Hunt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Give to the fullback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here comes the option. Nice move to keep running.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Hunt is in the air. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Running into the open space. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Touchdown. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Give to the running back. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, out of space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Powers through the defender.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. On the option. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Using the quick game.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Booker.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his...
He's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Fullback's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Makes a move. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Booker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll run the option. The pitch. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. In this defense, its head is spinning. First and 10, they're down to the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense now working in the red zone. Wants to fire on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. On the option. He'll keep it himself. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man to the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. On the zone read, he'll pull it and go right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He'll ride his man on the option. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
What? Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking deep. He's got it inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll leave it with him. Wide open spaces. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Sends it back in motion. Quick completion to the right. It's a seam wide open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Handoff from the gun. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Williamson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Now the pitch. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Run it with the fullback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. The option look. Now the toss. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williamson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one. And the
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, and you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Steps out of bounds. He's all the way down to the 13-yard line, and they are in scoring territory. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Bringing the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I love this defense coming up big late in the fourth quarter. 2 sacks in a row all over this quarterback.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Kick is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He'll off one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
At the 40-yard line. First down.